everyone, it's Nicole Wilkins with FitnessRx for Women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. The first question I have is, how can I get the sides of my hips smaller? Do you think power plate vibration machines are effective? No, I think the vibration machines are just another fad gimmick. Nothing will work better than good old-fashioned diet and exercise. So to get off the body fat on the sides of your hips, you're going to need to clean up your diet. So if you're having any alcohol or sugar or bread, that would be the first thing that I would cut out. And then if you're not doing any cardiovascular exercise, I would try doing incline walking, step mill, jogging, doing interval training, that kind of stuff. So you want to burn some fat in order for that to get away. The next question I have is, I work out at 3:45 in the morning. I have a pre-workout protein shake before my workout and one directly after. Would both of these shakes be considered breakfast? And then would I eat 3 hours later, which is what I have been doing? And what's more important, having a pre-workout protein or a post-workout protein? Sometimes I'll eat the egg whites and oats post-workout instead of the shake when I have time before work. That was a very long question, but basically what I would recommend if you train at about 4 in the morning is have a protein shake beforehand so that you have some aminos in your system, train, and then afterwards have a carbohydrate and a protein source. So that would be when I would have the egg whites and oatmeal. And if it takes too long for you to eat before going to work, if you don't have time, then I would make protein pancakes ahead of time. So take the half a cup of oatmeal, mix it with about 4 egg whites, and cook it in advance in a pan like you would a pancake. So you mix it all together. You can add some stevia and cinnamon if you want to. And then you can cook a bunch of them and freeze them. So that way you just have to take it with you in the morning, and by the time you're ready to eat, you're already prepared. You can eat that on the way. So I would have your oatmeal and egg whites after your workout instead of another protein shake. The next question is, hi Nicole, how did you get where you are? I mean, did you build muscle for a period and then you focus some time on losing fat and then you build muscle again and cut again and so on? I wish it was as easy as just saying that muscle just comes on right away, but it's incredibly difficult to gain muscle. I've been lifting heavy consistently without more than a week off for, let's see, since I was about 14. When I had my first knee surgery, I was 15, and at that point I was a gymnast in club gymnastics, so the only thing I could do was work out with weights to keep my strength, so that way when I could start doing gymnastics again, I wasn't really weak. So when we were in gymnastics, we would do a lot of calisthenics, and we would do some free weight stuff like lightweight bicep curls and shoulder press. But when I was in high school, that's when I learned how to squat with a barbell and do deadlifts and all that fun stuff. I learned some power lifts. So every single year, my body has changed, and I'm 29 now, so it's been about 15 years. And that's kind of what led me to where I'm at right now. I mean, I can look back at photos in 2007 and 2005, even when I first did my show in 2003, and see the differences in my physique 10 years later. So it's consistently training heavy, eating clean, just being consistent. I mean, that's the bottom line. So just be patient. Hi Nicole, I've been told that you need to take a week off from the gym every 5 or 6 months. Do you think this is necessary? I don't think there's a specific time that you should take off. Everybody is different. I would listen to your body. So most people like to take 1 day off a week. I know a guy who's in his 40s, and in order to keep his body healthy, he trains 3 weeks on and takes the 4th week off, and then trains 3 weeks on, takes the 4th week off, and so on and so forth, so that 4th week he can kind of rest and recover before the next 3 weeks of training. So honestly, it's going to vary from individual to individual. I personally take 1 day off and that works for me. So if I feel like I need to take longer than that, I will. How do you get a nice firm round butt and super toned legs without your inner thighs getting big? I don't have much fat on my legs, but it seems like no matter what lifts I do, my legs still touch. My diet is clean, I cook all my meals, and don't eat processed foods. Help. Well, hon, no matter what I do and how lean I am, my thighs still touch too. So I'm sure that 99% of the girls who are watching this video can relate. So I think it's completely normal for your thighs to touch, and there aren't very many people whose thighs don't touch. I don't think that's a very good indication of where you should be body weight wise. I don't think you should really. I think you should look at the entire picture. In order to, lean down your entire leg, you're going to have to watch your diet and your training. So if you feel like you can up the intensity of your workouts, then that will help. If you can add 15 more minutes of cardio, if you can take out any processed foods or alcohol or sugars that you're eating, or maybe you can decrease the portion sizes. I mean, there's so many different things you can do, but I don't think you should be worried if your thighs still touch. That's just my 2 cents. And the last question I have is, hey Nicole, I just have a quick question. I'm a small figured girl and I'm trying to put on a little muscle mass. What do you suggest for a gainer or mass builder? I don't want to get huge, but I do want to get a little extra help since I have a fast metabolism and can't seem to get enough protein in with a shake and food. Well, protein is the building block of muscle. It's important to have in your diet. But in order to gain weight and gain muscle, if you have an incredibly fast metabolism, and you're very blessed if you have one of those, I would increase your fat intake, your fat and your carbs. So have denser foods like steak or salmon, or add some peanut butter to your oatmeal. So increasing your fat intake, healthy fat intake, avocados, olive oils, coconut oils, nuts, that will help in that department. So hopefully that gives you some ideas. Keep lifting heavy. That's all I have for this week. So keep asking your questions on Facebook. I'll answer them for you every Friday. And until next week, keep living the fit life.